Hey everybody, we are here with the Mrs. Toya Carter. How are you today?
I'm good. I love that you say the. That makes me so happy.
I love it. I do it. What can I say? So I know y'all been watching my page, her page, my personal page, Marcus's page, everybody else that got her friends' pages. But we are talking about the wife's guide to beating the side chick. I will say this, so not what I thought it was.
I know, right?
Like, that's a very deviant. Like, I like that. It's very devious in the title there. I like how that works.
Yeah.
But if you just want to tell us a little bit about yourself, you know, who you are, how this came to be.
Okay, so I'm Toya. I am a licensed professional counselor. I also do relationship coaching, and I'm obsessed with mental health. How this book came to be. So I used to watch a lot of reality TV, and I used to like have my life down to like what came on what day. And every single show I was watching, whether it was reality TV or like a scripted TV, everybody was cheating on everybody.
Right.
And I was like, oh, is this the end thing? Like, what we supposed to do? We supposed to cheat?
Right.
Is that supposed to happen? And I just kind of came, like, I felt like side chicks was winning. They had a script, and I felt like we as wives didn't have anything. So I wanted to create it.
Amen.
That's where it came from.
So y'all can tell I look completely brand new because her book got me in my feelings. Like all of my feelings. Y'all, I read not the paragraph that I took a picture of and posted, but like the very first paragraph of the chapter, Maintain Your Sexy. I kid you not, y'all, I shut the book and I threw it across. So
But that's important.
it is. I'm gonna read it to you real quick, just to tell you why I got in my feelings. Just think about how you feel when you hear the names Idris Elba, Michael B. Jordan, Denzel Washington, Shamar Moore, Omari Hardwick, all of them.
Okay. Let's take a pause for those names.
Right,
'Cause
should
that
we?
was-
We
Yes.
should.
Okay.
Minutes. One more minute?
Okay.
And for my more seasoned ladies, Billy D. Williams, those strong reactions you just had is how you want your husband to feel when he looks at you. Remember I told you, part of the appeal of the side chick is her appearance. He clearly is in love with you, but his love is not a hall pass to let yourself go. Men are visual, and you want this vision focused on you. I'm gonna add this part, not her.
That's not in the book. Okay. So what made you mad?
Because you get into that mindset of you should love me for me. I literally said this to him on Friday night. You should love me for me. Like I should be able to walk around with my hair tied up.
And your moo-moo.
Right, yes, in my muumuu and my bonnet. And you should love me regardless. Now, but after reading that, it's not to say that he doesn't love me, because he's gonna love me regardless because he's married to me. He can't go nowhere. But, for me personally, and the way that me and my husband function, and in accordance to my husband, he'll admit it, he's a very shallow man. He'll say it to your face. He don't care. He knows it. He's owned it and he's accepted it. But for me, I'm just kind of like, And then the more I read and the more I thought about it, it was like, who was I when we first met? Like before the ring, before I got comfortable, because I knew that he wasn't gonna go nowhere. My hair was different every 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Because we had the funds to do that then. We had kids.
Before you start paying for daycare?
Yeah, that's it. But I was like, my hair was changed every 2 to 3 weeks. Like my nails were always done. I was 2 to 3 sizes smaller. I could shop in the kids section where the clothes wasn't as expensive. But once we got down here, and I was like, I didn't have to worry about that side chick, because all of them were in Oklahoma and we were down here. And down here, he don't go nowhere without me. I don't go nowhere without him, really. You know what I mean? So I was like, I got comfortable. And so I started noticing him kind of drawing back and the side shade that he would throw. But my mindset was, well, I'm your wife. I shouldn't have to. But, that's, and you even said it, that's not who I was.
Right.
When he met me. So, he can't, whatever attracted him to me is what I need to maintain.
Right. And so I think that sometimes people kind of get it confused. I'm not saying you got to be suited and booted every day, all day. I'm saying let him see you from time to time. Every day you got your moo-moo on, and I love a moo-moo. I have several. I still buy them. I love a good moo-moo. But I mean, every day he doesn't want to see that. You know what I mean? And I have my bonnet on all the time. I love a bonnet. I love to be comfortable. But sometimes you gotta let him see you. You have to.
Yeah, because I think that's another part. Look, it's flipping off through the book. The part that I did take a picture of instead of, that's on page 79 at the bottom paragraph. Because like he has seen Halle Berry all day.
And then he come home to you looking like Miss Seeley.
Y'all,
that's not okay.
That threw me in my feelings too. I ain't gonna lie.
But let me say this though. I used to be the Miss Seeley. I used to be like, everything that I'm writing in this book is something that I have experienced either in my personal life or my professional life. And so I used to be Miss Seeley. Like I'm telling you, I love a moo-moo and a bonnet. I love it. And like my hair is natural now, so figuring out the curls and doing twist outs and stuff like that, I was Miss Seeley. But he don't want to see that every day. He been out in the world.
Right.
And they suited and booted. Right. And then he come home and I'm looking like,
right.
Because your whole attitude and your demeanor is different when you have on a bonnet versus when you got your clothes on.
Girl, as soon as I walked out that hair salon today.
That's what I told you. Like, you feeling yourself.
Right.
So you giving him something to feel because you've done something about your appearance.
I got a little extra swaggy in my walk.
You did. You walked outside a little extra.
I did. Yeah. But, I mean, so we bring that back kind of like on the emotional side because you did go into a particular conversation with your husband in here, like when he was like, you gotta go ahead and talk about that part. Go ahead.
Okay, so I had just had my son, and if you have ever had children, you know, your body, your moods, everything's a roller coaster after you have a baby. So add that with transitioning my hair from relaxed to natural, never wanting to be natural, like I accidentally went natural. Like I wasn't trying to be down with the curls, and I'm trying to figure it out and I'm doing the best I can, and my husband's like, what are we gonna do with this? I was like, oh, what are we gonna do with this?
You're like, that's a great question.
That is a fantastic question because I don't know. And I mean, I had to figure it out. Like, when he said that in that moment, it hurt my feelings, crushed me. But I think that it's important that he's able to say that to me. Like, it's important that he feels safe enough to say those things to me. It definitely hurt my feelings, and it just kind of let me know, like, girl, you don't let yourself go out here. Like, you're not even trying.
But I think you don't even really know.
You don't know that you've let yourself go until someone else says it. Yeah.
Girl, when I sat on that waxing table for these brows today, I was like, did you take my whole eyebrow off? Like, what happened? Is this really what's happening?
Was I really out here like that?
Right. And the funny part is, it's like, you know, even on all the comments, like on my personal page, when I tagged you in it today, like, I'm getting myself together, and I got women that are like, you always put together, like, oh my God, I got it. I mean, like,
you do look real nice at church.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do.
Thank you. My thing is like, and I've even shared this with my husband too, like people, and I think that's why it is so hard for me to accept compliments, because like I get them from like other people, and it's nice and I love it up, thank you, but when I don't get it from my husband, those feel empty. And I've been able to express that to him. And in retrospect, like there are times where I'm like, well, you know what, everybody else like it, so why don't you like it? And he's like, well, why does everybody else matter? And I'm like, so you know, you kind of stuck between like a rock and a hard place, because it's like I want to be my own person and express myself how I want to express myself, and how everybody else is like, oh my gosh. But if your husband ain't happy, then it's like, you know, why do I have to put myself on hold to make?
I think it's a balance though. Yeah, I think it's a balance. I think it's a balance between what makes me happy, what I like, what other people like, and then what my husband likes. But I'm kind of on the side of your husband. Like, why does everybody else matter? I'm kind of feeling it just a little bit.
No, you're good. No, and you're good, because it's like for example, when I cut my hair, like I was kind of like you. I wasn't really like truly going for it, but I just kept my hair in like sew-ins and my curls. Shout out, Carmelly Care. But I was like, you know, right? Shameless plug. But I was like, so you know, I just had my hair up, so it just so happened that like on this last style I was trying to do, it wouldn't do right. And so she was like, do you want to cut it? FaceTime? And he was like, you know, go ahead. Which he was cool with it, but at the same time, he wasn't expecting me to keep it for 4 months either. When my hair consistently changed. And so that was a struggle. So everybody else is like, oh my God, your hair is so cute, your hair is so cute. And I'm like I was feeling it until he told me he wasn't feeling it. And talk
I gotta work through that.
So as you can see,
yeah, spice it up a little bit. If that's what you like, you gotta spice it up. There is a balance. I mean, my husband's not really a fan of natural hair, but like this is what we got right now. So he prefers it to be like this, where it still kind of hangs, where it looks like I put a little effort into it, versus when I just kind of like wash and put a headband on. He's not a fan of that. So I mean, there's the balance. I'm still natural, but it's still something that he likes. So it is a balance for everything.
And I feel like too, like you have to, like how you said, like you enjoyed the fact that he felt safe enough to say that to you, even though it hurt your feelings in the moment. But okay, I'm gonna talk to the counselor about you right now.
Okay.
How are you able to express that hurt without, what am I trying to say? How are you
without snapping off?
Yeah.
Okay, so
taking it to that place.
Well, first you gotta hear it, and you gotta hear it. So I think it's all about communication, right? So part of what people miss is someone will tell you something and you don't hear the emotion behind it. You're just listening for like the surface value. You're listening for, he said, girl, what you gonna do with your hair? What he was really saying was, I'm not feeling this. You look like what we going through. Please get yourself together. So I had to be able to hear what he was saying behind what he was saying. You know what I mean? You gotta listen for the emotion of it. And then the second part is, after you hear it, are they correct? And he was correct. I looked a hot mess. Like, Miss Celie probably looked better than me that day. So I was looking bad, and so I had to learn how to express myself assertively and not aggressively. And that's the counselor part. Like, you can say, hey, that hurt my feelings, and we're gonna work through this. Or I could have been like, what you mean? Why you did? And I mean, where was we gonna go with that? Because if I'm aggressive, he defensive, we can't get nowhere like that. So that's what it is. You gotta listen, because you know I like my points. You gotta listen. You gotta listen for the emotion, and then you have to just use proper communication and speak assertively and not aggressively.
I hear you. Nah, it's cool. I hear you. I mean,
it takes practice though. Like, I still, like, in all honesty, I struggle with that every day. I can teach it to my clients. I can preach it until I'm green in the face, but I still struggle with that.
I feel like it is. I mean, it's a daily struggle. Just like, you know, because what your husband might like yesterday might not be what he likes today.
Come on, somebody.
Vice versa. I mean, like, and for you too. I mean, there's stuff that I used to like about Marcus, and now I'm like, you know,
I'm just trying to get on my nerves today.
Now what? What are we moving into next?
You're right.
But y'all, I mean, like the book, like I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I couldn't even get past that chapter. I'm still somewhat emotional, and I'm trying to build through it. But just for them, 20 or so pages. I mean, it's
giving you something to think about, because you suited and booted today.
Yeah,
so.
I was ready for him. Woke up, put some makeup on. He's like, "What you put makeup on for?"
Okay, and then so like when you do new things, can't be saying, "Why you put makeup on?" No, because she read the book. That's why.
The book. But no, y'all. I mean, seriously. Go to Amazon, get the book, and again, it's more so like the mindset of your husband, like why he thinks and feels and does the way he does, and how that retrobly actually responds to you.
I've never had anyone explain it like that. That is such a good perspective.
Oh, I'm sorry. How would you do this?
I mean, okay, I like that.
Because for me, it's one thing when you hear, like, from your friends or your husband, like from people that have constantly been in your circle, constantly been in your struggle, and then to hear it come from, somebody that doesn't really know anything about y'all, but it still makes sense. But it's like, this book has a section on communication, it has one on self-care. Now look, I'm just gonna say this real quick. Self-care, like, you cannot pour from an empty vessel. You can't.
Say it again for the people in the back.
You cannot pour from an empty vessel. Like, yes, your family is your first ministry, completely understandable, but you have to have time for you. For example, I like musicals. I like to go get my nails done. I like stuff that Marcus don't like. Now, can I get to the places without him? Like a musical? Probably not. But But that doesn't mean I can't like sit in my car when I come home and like blast, you know, West Side Story for a good 5-10 minutes before I walk in the door. You gotta make sure you take time for you. You have to make sure that the communication that you're having with your spouse is with you and your spouse. If you're looking for counsel, shameless plug, look for godly counsel. Somebody that isn't gonna just, you know, give you the like. I feel like there's a medium between like professionalism, you know, godly counsel, and then like just throwing you out with expectations from the world, not necessarily the, you know, as a woman of God, your like not necessarily your requirements, but the expectation of a woman of God is to X, Y, Z, you know, scripture in the back or whatever the case may be. But y'all, get to Amazon.
Hold on one second. I just have to say this about self-care. I have to say this about self-care. So self-care is more than going to the nail shop and going shopping. That can definitely be your self-care, but self-care is anything that you intentionally do to improve your physical, mental, emotional health. So if your self-care looks like running a mile today, run a mile. And then if next week it looks like the nail shop, go to the nail shop. If it looks like a spa day, if it looks like prayer, if it looks like meditation, it doesn't have to look like everybody else's. So I'm real big on self-care. Just had to throw that out there.
All of what she just said. And we have a surprise for you guys. We are giving away a free book. How do you enter? Thank you for asking. At the end of the video, write your name or type in your name. We'll go through, we will draw, and we will pick those Wednesday something?
Wednesday sounds good.
Alright, so we'll pick a name, YouTube, Facebook, y'all, get your names on there, and we'll see y'all next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Peace out, y'all.